Okay, so I was asked to do MAGNAMALO versus ARKVELD. And originally I had this as a standard versus battle, but as I did it, I decided to honestly just change it because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is not a fight. This is a slaughter, I think far worse than what Nergigante could even do to ARKVELD. Whether it be Runer or base really wouldn't matter. Whether it be Scorned or base wouldn't matter here. You see, this fight is simply not close. And this is why it's a horrific truth. ARKVELD is no match for any of the other Elder Dragon level monsters like Rajang, Devil Joe, MAGNAMALO, and obviously even Betelgeuse as well. I would actually think they are able to beat him. He is still new. He does not have the feats in order to compete with them. Even against characters or other monsters like, or other Elder Dragons, even the lower ones like Kirin, Kushala, Teostra, Chameleos, and Valhazak and stuff like that, they would actually be able to just probably just dust off anything that ARKVELD can do. So let's actually cover the reasons why MAGNAMALO would straight up just speed blitz this man and basically bombard or just blast blight this man, no pun intended, into oblivion. And by the way, Boga Badamu is actually a lot better of a fight for MAGNAMALO than any other monster. Two monsters that just use explosive power and pretty much can just manipulate the environment with it. But let's talk about it. For starters, the feats. MAGNAMALO has a much better track record against Elder Dragons than, well, ARKVELD, considering he does not have any Elder Dragons in his environment yet. And again, we don't even know how he'll even fare against them as well, considering the sheer fact that all we see him really do is beat up other monsters or apex monsters that are in the same tier, excuse me, as Rathalos and Rathian. You see, while yes, it is a copy and pasted turf war, at the end of the day, it is still showcasing the fact that MAGNAMALO is capable of dealing with the likes of Elder Dragons, such as Kushala Daora, Teostra, and even then with his Scorned variant, or his Scorned version, he is able to go against high tier Elder Dragons such as Malzeno and Velkhana, with the only one that could likely even beat him, despite the fact that it is a turf war mechanic, being Primordial Malzeno. And keep in mind, once again, ARKVELD's track record is really against New Udra, Uthaduna via ambush. We don't know how these guys actually would have fared against him in a straight up confrontation, considering the sheer fact we do have confirmation that he simply hunted them down and ate them, but we don't know how the confrontation actually went. And then we see Ray Dow, who is actually capable of putting up a fight, despite the fact that he may have the lowest health pool out of the three monsters, which again says a lot. Now you might say, oh well, wouldn't Gore Magala count as an Elder Dragon level monster? Honestly, no, because it does struggle and stalemate with Saragios, which, funny enough, Ray Dow technically gets the upper hand on Saragios. And we also know he's not messing with Jin Dahad, who would definitely be an Elder Dragon level monster. So if they ever add Devil Joe in the game, hey, give that big giant ice leviathan that turf war. You know, there's no other way. Yeah, you're gonna have to put Devil Joe against him. And even then, I do consider Jin Dahad a Devil Joe killer, as you guys saw in my top 10 Monster Hunter video. By the way, I do have a top 10s playlist now, so yeah, go ahead and watch that for your own entertainment. But again, we know ARKVELD isn't the top dog here. We got Jin Dahad and Zoshia being the top ones. And again, I don't even know how he would fare against Jay Wu. Jay Wu might actually be able to give him a good fight. But again, that is because I have not seen a turf war with him actually going, blow for blow with Jay Wu. Albeit, we don't see Jay Wu fight Guardian or ARKVELD either now, do we? But let's also talk about something else. MAGNAMALO does not have an element. He manipulates Blast, and it comes in the form via Hellfire. The fact that he's able to manipulate this Blast Blight, this Blast ailment, if you will. He's able to manipulate this ailment to such a high degree that it doesn't matter what the monster can do. Imagine getting hit with a small fire-like ball of blast. And keep in mind, Hellfire is not an element. It's not even categorized as one. It's categorized as an element. He just hits you with, blast bite. And if, they develop it eventually, which may mean that more mature Magnamalos may have this as well, other than the scorned variants, dragon element. And again, this is a theory that, mature variants or mature individuals of of Magnamalos may actually develop the dragon element after some time. This also means that it's very likely that he can use dragon element during the fight and just straight up overwhelm ARKVELD here. But we also have to talk about something else: the agility, the speed factor. ARKVELD does not have the same speed level as any monster. No, honestly, I think Odogaron would still be able to outmaneuver and get the upper hand on him, unless, the game simply has them stand there and take the whips. Like, this is really what the game does in Wilds. And again, it is one of the more unnecessary mechanics of ARKVELD to do this. Because again, we could easily give him turf wars with all the other Apexes, have him overpower and win against them somehow, and he just winds up absorbing their energy. That would have been great. But the fact that he just simply whips at them and they simply stand there and take it by giving their own little hits, and then they just simply drop to the ground, or at least, go into their defeated state while he just simply absorbs them. Yeah, I'm not even sure how remotely fair, or, in all honesty, dignifying that is. In all honesty, it's just straight up sad to me, in my opinion. So, believe it or not, I do think that ARKVELD's not really going to do anything. Plus, it's the way that MAGNAMALO also controls the battlefield, having clouds that can produce blast as well, and utilizing Hellfire balls by just simply flicking its tail at them, plus the intelligence level as well. ARKVELD is intelligent, but he's more belligerent in his approach as well. And then, I know what you guys are going to say. Well, what about the dragon element? What, couldn't that honestly do something? Couldn't ARKVELD honestly use the dragon element that he wields to gain the upper hand? Yeah, he could, but that would mean he would have to hit MAGNAMALO or basically bait him into position. And again, I don't think MAGNAMALO would really fall to that. You get what I mean? Now, yeah, ARKVELD could definitely use a Dragon Blast or whatever he wants, but what's to stop MAGNAMALO from simply leaping up into the air and dive bomb blasting him like he does the player or other monsters and stuff like that? Like, I don't think there would really be anything to stop him from honestly just leaping over it and just being like, yeah, I'm about to dive bomb you now. And to be kind of honest, it takes a while for him to like implement dragon element into the ground. Like, it's like he literally has to inject it into the environment and then cause the explosion after, giving enough time for MAGNAMALO to get out of there, or just simply just leap onto his back and start tearing at him. And then that also gets into the enraged state as well. If ARKVELD is able to deal with a large majority of damage, that could force MAGNAMALO into his enraged state. And I don't think ARKVELD would be surviving that. The extra fangs or the larger fangs coming out, his bone arm or his, claws, extending and stuff like that, the scythes or swords on his arms coming down, and the level of aggression, speed, and Hellfire manipulation, yeah, it's not going to go very well. It's not. I understand that ARKVELD is popular now. He's a tragic monster. Top 10 tragic monsters, if you will, when in Monster Hunter and stuff like that. But overall, when it really comes down to it, he's in no way, shape, or form going to be able to match MAGNAMALO when he really says, okay, enough is enough. I'm about to end this right here, right now. And then he's going to start utilizing speed. He's going to start utilizing his speed a lot more aggressively. He's going to start using his explosions. And then if MAGNAMALO or if ARKVELD does get a hold of him, what's to stop him from doing that whole concentrated blast on him and likely tearing off one of the tendrils or whip bones of ARKVELD? Again, MAGNAMALO just has way too many ways to control the fight. He can use Hellfire balls to slowly weaken and induce Blast Blight or Hellfire Blast Blight upon ARKVELD, and he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. He can't absorb it either, which is the worst part about it. He can absorb lightning, water, fire, etc. Alright, but he cannot absorb Blast. Probably can. I don't even know if he could absorb paralysis. I have seen, Lala Barina being able to escape from him, but overall, yeah, MAGNAMALO takes this, and I'm not even sure what the difficulty would be. I'll probably say maybe mid difficulty at best, but again, it would definitely be a low difficulty battle because again, he just has way too much more. Stronger, definitely faster, and a whole lot tougher. But that is going to be all for today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. And yes, I did win this match, and I got MVP. Peace.